In this video instruction, I'm showing you how to make home slippers made of rounds and felt sole. For work you need 3 balls of yarn, piece of clothes, wool sole, scissors, awl, measuring tape, sewing needle, beads, sewing thread and pins, and painting in real size. We divide our work on some parts. We measure our sole, put a ready sole or cut the sole from the wool or felt material, make a hole on the sole with help of the awl, crochet a trim around the sole. Then I show you how to crochet 8 rounds for the slipper. Continue with sewing them together. After that, I crochet trim around upper part and bottom part. Cut the inside part of the booty. It will be made of sleeve clothes and sew it to the swatch of round elements. This is the pattern in real size. I measure my sole, put a ready sole or cut the sole from the wool or felt material, make a holes on the sole with help of the awl, mark the right and left sole, make holes. The length from the edge to the hole is 5 mm to 7 mm. I'm going to make the left one, working with brown color of yarn. Insert the hook into the hole by working with single crochet. Insert the hook into the same hole by working with single crochet. Then I'm going to work with each hole. Make single crochet into each hole twice. I'm making single crochet twice into each hole. So continue working in this way till the end of this round. I have done a first round of the trim. I did single crochet twice into each hole. Work a slip stitch into the chain stitch in the beginning of this round. The first round is ready. Make a chain. Begin row 2. Make single crochet. I'm going to make back post single crochet. We skip the next stitch and back post single crochet around the second stitch. Insert the hook from the back to the front by working single crochet. Make back post single crochet around the next stitch. So continue working in this way till the end of this round. I'm about to complete round 2 of the sole. Make back post single crochet. I don't change color of yarn. Insert the hook into the chain stitch at the beginning of this round. Take other color of yarn and pull it through. Begin the next round. Chain to bring up the yarn. Make single crochet into each stitch. So continue working this way till the end of this round. I'm about to complete this round. Make the last single crochet and work a slip stitch into the first chain stitch in the beginning of this round. I change color of yarn. Let's begin the last round of the sole. Chain to bring up the yarn. Then I'm making back post single crochet around each stitch. Keep working in this way till the end of this round. I'm about to complete this round. Work with last back post single crochet. Work a slip stitch into the chain stitch in the beginning of this round. The sole is ready. I cut off the yarn. I remove all yarns to inside part. The sole is made. Now I'm beginning to make round elements for the upper part. Make a chain of 5. And join the chain in the round by working a slip stitch into the first chain stitch. Make a chain to bring up the yarn. Make 7 single crochet into the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And to complete this round, work a slip stitch into the chain stitch on the beginning of this round. Round 1 is made. Pull up the working loop, then yarn over the hook, insert the hook into the same stitch, pull up a loop to the level of the chain, yarn over the hook, insert the hook into the same stitch, pull up a loop, then yarn over, pull through, and make a chain to secure the stitch. The puff stitch is ready. Chain of 3. Then I'm going to make the puff stitch into the next stitch. Yarn over the hook, insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop. Yarn over the hook, insert the hook into the same stitch, pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull up a loop through. Then yarn over, pull through all loops except the last one and pull through 2 loops. Chain of 3 for the chain space. Make puff stitch into the next stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop through. Yarn over, pull up a loop through, and yarn over, pull up a loop through. Then yarn over, pull through except the last one, and pull through 2 loops. So continue working in this way till the end of this round. I'm about to complete this round. Let's make the last puff stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through, and pull through 2 loops. Chain of 3, and to complete this round, work a slip stitch into the 3rd chain stitch. Round 2 is made. Then I'm going to work with other color of yarn. Let's begin the next round. I cut off this color of yarn. I took the variegated yarn, insert the hook into the same chain stitch, take the working yarn, pull it through, make a chain, then chain of 2, yarn over the hook, take the working yarn, pull it through, then yarn over the hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, then yarn over, pull through, except the last one, and pull through 2 loops. The puff stitch is ready. Chain of 3, make single crochet into the next stitch, chain of 3, and make puff stitch into the next chain space 1, 2, 3, then yarn over, pull through, and pull through 2 loops. Chain of 3, and single crochet into the stitch of the previous round. So continue working in this way till the end of this round. I'm about to complete round 3, chain of 3, I cut off this yarn, insert the hook into the same stitch that we had started from, take the working yarn, pull it through. Round 3 is made. Begin brown color of yarn, take brown color of yarn, insert the hook into the same stitch, take the working yarn, pull it through, make a chain, chain of 3, then chain of 3 more for the chain space, insert the hook into the stitch by working single crochet, chain of 3, then yarn over the hook, insert the hook into the stitch of the previous round by working with double crochet, chain of 3, and single crochet into the puff stitch of the previous round. So continue working in this way till the end of this round. I'm about to complete this round, chain of 3 for the chain space, Insert the hook into the third stitch, 1, 2, 3, by working slip stitch. Then I'm going to make single crochet stitches. Insert the hook into the chain space and make single crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. So continue working in this way till the end of this round. I'm about to complete this round. Work a slip stitch into the chain stitch at the beginning of this round. The round motif is ready. I cut off the yarn. Work a slip stitch into the first single crochet. Let's measure it. It is 9.5 centimeters. You should crochet 7 more. In total it should be 8 of them for each slipper. Now I put them on the pattern. The sole is 25 centimeters, so it means upper part must be larger to 2 centimeters. I use in the half of the round on the toy, and here I use the half as well. Then I will sew elements to each other. I put 2 elements, go through the stitches in this way. Go through the stitches. Go through the stitches in one element and go through the stitches in the second element, like this. With the needle go through the stitches in both elements. With the needle go through the stitches to the up, and with the needle go through the stitches to the down. I'm working with this side. With the needle go through the stitches to the up and go through the stitches to the down. Here how it looks. I sewed 2 elements together on this side. Then I'm going to work in down direction. Go through the stitch with the needle. With the needle go through the stitches till the needed point. Here is it. Then you should continue sewing by yourself. Here how the upper part looks like after sewing. As you can see, I didn't sew the top of the upper part. I sew 2 centimeters here, and it is the element of the toy part. Next thing, I'm going to make trim around the upper part. Turn the work. I take brown color of yarn. I am working with single crochet stitches. While making the trim, I show you how to fill up the places where elements joined. I begin from this point. We skip 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Insert the hook into this stitch. Take the working yarn, pull it through, make a chain. Then yarn over the hook. Make half double crochet. Yarn over the hook. Make double crochet. Then yarn over the hook twice and treble crochet into the next stitch. Yarn over the hook twice, insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops. Then yarn over the hook, insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops. Then yarn over, pull through 3 loops. Then yarn over, pull through. We continue working. Yarn over the hook twice, make treble crochet into the next stitch. Yarn over the hook, make double crochet into the next stitch. And make half double crochet into the next stitch. Then I'm going to make single crochet stitches. Make single crochet into each stitch of the previous round. In this case, I showed you how you should fill up the place between elements. So continue working in this way till the end of this round. I'm about to complete trim. Make single crochet. Insert the hook into the chain stitch by working a slip stitch. Take the working yarn, pull it through. I have done the trim for the bottom part. So you should make the trim in the same way as I showed you before for the top part of the upper part. You should begin from this side and continue in rounds. I'm going to make trim of other color of yarn. The trim is ready. First round of the trim I made of brown color of yarn, and the second round I did of other color of yarn. The trim made of single crochet stitches. The upper part of the slipper is made, and now I create the inside part. This is the inside part. I pinned the inside part to the pattern. I leave some spaces from the up and from the down to 5 millimeters. I need to sew 2 pieces together and just leave the upper part on this side. I working with sewing thread and needle. I retouch the clothes and we begin the sewing. I'm going to sew these 2 pieces. With the needle, go through the fabric and bring your thread through the fabric like this. And let's repeat again. With the needle, go through the fabric So you should continue sewing in this way till the end of this row. Now I'm making joining two pieces together. I put the fabric inside. As you can see, the seam is inside. I mark the back and the front of the upper part. I bend a small piece of fabric. I leave a one round of the trim and pin the fabric to the upper part. And let's repeat again. I bend a small piece of fabric and pin it to the upper part. I pinned fabric to the main part. This is bottom part. I marked the toe and the heel. I'm sewing the inside fabric and to the main swatch. I work with sewing needle and thread. And with the needle go through the stitch and go through the fabric. Insert the sewing needle into the stitch and go through the stitch and go through the fabric. Insert the sewing needle into the stitches and go through the fabric. This is the last round of the trim that I was skipped. So continue working in this way till the end of this round. We have got the upper part of the slipper. As you remember, we have sewn the fabric to the main swatch. Now I show you how to join the upper part to the sole. The upper part for the both slippers is made in the same way. It means no matter what leg it is. This is the left slipper. I pin the upper part to the sole. I mark the middle of the heel, the middle of the toe, and the middle of each side. Let's sew these two pieces together. I put the brown yarn and needle. I begin from this point. With the needle go through the stitch in one side and go through the second stitch on the opposite side. And pull the thread. With the needle go through the stitch and go through the second stitch. With the needle go through the one stitch and to the another one. You should sew these two pieces in this way. And so on. We have sewn two pieces together. The home slipper is ready. Today we have made warm, colorful home slippers. For more pattern step-by-step video tutorials, please visit our website sharronknitting.com. Thanks for watching.